Hi guys, little lady here. Right, so today I'm doing a traditional Scotch pie. It's actually called a mince round. It's a bit like a mince plate pie. So I'll bring you down and I'll show you the ingredients. Easy one, this one. Right, so for the pastry I want 300 grams of plain flour. And it's always half fat to flour, so I'm using lard and butter. So that means I want 75 grams of lard, sorry I couldn't quite get my words out there, and 75 grams of butter with a little bit of salt in. For the filling, I've got a couple of shallots, I've got some lean steak mince, I've got an OXO cube, and I've also going to make about half a pint of stock with a stock pot as well, and a little bit of flour just to thicken up the sauce. Right, so the first thing I'm going to get on is the mince and let that cook and cool down. Right, so I've just cut up my butter, that's what's on here, but I'm going to put some butter in the pan to go with the shallots anyway, so I'm not going to bother cleaning it up. So I'm just going to cut these shallots up. Can use onions, it's just this is what we're using at the moment. And somebody did ask why do we use shallots rather than onions. It's because they've got less sugars in. It just helps with the low carb diet a bit. Right, so I'm just going to get these chopped up and into the pan. Right, so into the pan I'm going to put about a tablespoon of butter. And once that's melted down a little bit, pop in the shallots. Yes, I love looking up old recipes, and when I seen this, I would love a plate pie in this house. And when they said that Scotland, they call it a mince round, so I thought it's a good excuse to do both. Make a pie and do an older fashioned recipe. Right, so I'm just going to let them sweat right down and then I'll come back. Right, so they're nice and sweated down. Now, this was the packet of mince that were bought. Ian used half of it the other day and I've got the other half. So it was a 750 pack, and like I say, he used half for his bolognese and I'm just going to use the other half for this. It's cheaper to buy a bigger pack if you're going to be using more than one. We're going to get 2 small packs, however, it'll end up costing about £2 odd more than buying the big pack. So I'm just gonna, it's easier just to do this before you put it in the pan. Could use the meat masher, but I like to get hands on. Stir this in. Right, so I'm just going to mix this through and get this all browned off. Right, so that's browned off nicely now. Just going to put in the OXO cube. And a bit of salt and pepper. Not a lot of salt because I'm using the OXO and the stock pot as well, so they'll both be pretty salty. So just put a little bit. Let's cook that through. Oops. Yeah, I remember once somebody said to us to brown your mince, to put it on a pan and put it in the oven and roast it. I tried it and it came out like bullets. So I thought, no, I'll keep doing it the way I do it. So I've got about a tablespoon of flour, which is just going to go in. And then cook that flour out. Now, when I was reading up about this mince round, apparently you can use either short crust pastry or puff pastry. So I was going to buy some puff pastry for the lid, forgot. So I'm just going to make enough short crust pastry just to do the whole pie. Right, so once that's cooked out a little bit, I've got 300 mils of stock here with a stock pot. I'm just going to pop that in. There we go. Let this cook for about 30 minutes just to make sure that mince is well cooked and it should thicken. And while that's happening, we'll get on with the pastry. Right, so while that's doing, we're going to do the pastry. Now, I've seen this done before. So I want 300 grams of plain flour. Let's get that in there. There we go. I want a pinch of salt in there. I've already weighed out my 75 grams of butter and 75 grams of lard, and I've had that back in the fridge while I've been doing the mince part of it. I'll just get rid of that for now. So, bring this over. Just going to move you 1 second. There we go. Right, and I didn't get any cold water ready. Right, so I've got 200 mils of cold water there. I don't think I'm going to need all of that, but just in case. So, put the flour in, the lard and the butter, and we'll give that a whiz. As soon as it stops jumping about, that's when it's at the perfect consistency to start adding your water. Right, and if you can see, that sort of consistency in there. And then start adding the water. Just take that out. I feel, yeah, that's perfect. And out of the 200, I've got 50 left. So that'll be about 150 mils of cold water in with the 300 grams of flour. Right. I'll get some cling film ready. Get this out of here. Oops. Just going to move this back a little bit, give us some room. Last of me cling film to go onto my shopping list for the weekend. Be careful with the blade. I'd like to take it completely out first and then pop it on there. Flying about everywhere here. Just pull my sleeves up a little bit. Right, so I'm just going to give this a little bit of a knead just to get it together. I should have done it off the cling film, but I was trying to save a little bit of cleaning up to do. Right, now that goes into the fridge. It's lunchtime now, so I'm done the filling, which I want to cool down as well. And this, so the filling will get nice and cool, and this will go in the fridge until it's time to bring it out and make up the pie. So there you go, that's all wrapped up, ready to go in the fridge. Sorry I didn't move you back down so you could see what I was doing, but that's ready to go in the fridge now. Right, so I finished work now. That's lovely and cooled down. As you can see, it's gone lovely and thick. So I'll just put that to one side. I've got my pie dish, or any plate pie dish will do. This is the one I've had for a while. So it is non-stick. However, I do, when I'm doing pies, I do like to make sure that it's well greased just in case. And we will now get on with doing the pie itself. So what I'm going to do is I'll take a third of this off for the lid, as usual. I've had it out of the fridge for about 10-15 minutes just to bring it up to temperature. Then we get a bit of flour on the board. Move that right out of the way now. Get this into a bit of a circle. Just see, it's because it's been out of the fridge, it's rested. That's what the whole point of putting it in the fridge is for, is to rest it so it doesn't spring back when you're cooking it. Right. Oops, sorry. Put a little bit of flour onto the rolling pin and just start to roll. So I've got my oven on warming up. I've got that on at 180 fan. Try and keep it as round as you can. I never can, to be perfectly honest. Right. Right, so I'm just going to keep rolling this until it's the size of my pan dish. Right, so I think I'm about there. Just going to put this over here like this. Bring over my pan. And let's have a look. Is it going to fit? I think it will. This is much easier, these plate pies, to get your pastry in. Try and keep your nails out of the way like I cut it. Now I can get a piece of pastry off. Just want to make sure that there's absolutely no bubbles. Right, I'm just going to do out the lid now and then I'll come back. Right, so that's the lid done. If you can hear anything, next door's alarm goes off. She's just had it fitted and for some reason it goes off at 5:25 every single night for about 10 minutes. So I haven't set the fire alarm off again. It's next door. So I'm just going to pop this to one side. Bring this over. Now it's deeper than what I can remember this one. So I'm hoping I've got enough filling. Filling is nice and cool now. Just doing that to get the bits off. There we go. Some more. I'll just get rid of that. That's lovely. Just going to use a knife just to scrape all the bits off. Right, I've got a bit of egg wash here just to go around the edges. Right, and then let's go over the top with the lid. Yep. And all I'm going to do is go around and press it together all the way around. Now I did see this trick, that's not really a trick, to make the edges look nice, is use that part of the fork and just go around. Right, just go all the way around and then pick up another knife. I'll get one of these ones. I love doing this with a plate pie, I must admit. It's been a long time since I've done this, but and then you just go around with the back of your knife all the way around. Just get rid of the pastry. Keep going, just move it around. And put that to one side. Now egg wash it all over the top. Dribbled, doesn't matter because it's going on there anyway. I think I'm going to need get a new pastry brush. I mean, these silicone ones are pretty good, but they don't seem to cover as well as the old-fashioned, you know, bristle ones. And if you go to all of the energy of making yourself a pie, you want it to look... Actually, this one was pretty easy, really, wasn't it, when you think about it? Right. Now if I had time, I think I've said this before, I'd probably put this into the fridge, let the eggs set a little bit and then do another egg wash. But I don't really have the time. And then a couple of little air holes. I always do it after I've glazed it, so you don't fill the air holes up with the egg. Right, so that's going to go into the oven. Like I say, I've got it preheated at 180. I've got a tray underneath, so it's hot underneath straight away. And that'll go in for about 35 to 40 minutes. Right, so I'll bring you back once that's done. Right, so on the last minute, I did give it the extra 5 minutes. So I've just put my oven gloves on, just ready for when the alarm goes off. Oh, and there it goes. Do you know what it is? This alarm on here. Oh, there it goes. Stops. Right, let's have a little look at this baby. And there we go. So that was 40 minutes at 180. And that looks and smells amazing. I'm going to give it about 10-15 minutes just to settle, because it'll be really hot. Let it settle into the pan a little bit, and then we'll have a little taste. The rest of it's coming into work with me tomorrow because I'm in the office, so I'm going to take it in for the people at work.
I'm going to have a little slither.
Yeah, we're going to have a little slither just to have a taste, and then, like I say, the rest of it will go into the office with me tomorrow. So we'll see you in about 15-20 minutes. Right, so there we are. It's a Scottish mince round or a mince pie. Beautiful. Right, so Ian's home. He's going to have a little sliver of this.
Yes, I am going to try it.
Because it's been weeks since you've had anything like this, because I've been trying everything out since.
Yeah.
I'm using my butter knife so I don't scratch my pan. Oh, you can see
It looks
all.
nice, like.
I think I've just I should have used a proper sharper knife because I've just
No, don't worry about it. It's there for the taste, not the.
yeah, just wanna.
It's not like you're having a big slaver of it, is it?
That's probably why.
Taste.
If I did a bigger slice, it would probably be even better. But just that lit. I don't know. I still haven't getting it right. There we go. Hopefully.
Gonna come.
Yay! I tell you what, it smells lovely.
It looks lovely.
There we go. It's only a little sliver, like I say. And if you can see on the inside, can you see that? I think you can. Well, we'll lift it up a little bit.
There you go.
There you go. Right, so Ian's going to have a little bit of a taste of that. I might have a taste afterwards. And then the rest of it will cool down and will be...
Off to you to work tomorrow.
Yep, it's off to my work tomorrow.
Otherwise, I'll sit and eat it.
That's why I have to get rid.
Right, I'm going to enjoy this little sliver before we actually have our tea. I think we're just going to have some scrambled eggs and some sausages or something, aren't we?
Yeah.
So, right. So forgive me, all you keto lovers, and I know, I'm not supposed to be having pastry, but I'm just going to try a little bit. A little scoop.
You just tasted on your finger.
Mm. Mm. Man, that's nice. Basically, it's like it's a mince pie,
It's
isn't
just
it?
a mince pie?
Yeah.
It's a plate pie. What my nana used to say is a plate pie.
Yeah, it's a proper plate pie. I'm just saying, I went, where did you get the tin from? You went, oh, we bought it when we went to Sainsbury's years ago. I went, oh, first time I've seen it. She went, because it's the first time I've used it.
I've had it for ages. Of this first time I've used it.
It's good for making pies, that, like.
Mm-hmm.
That is banging. I mean, pastry.
You can use shop port. That's not a problem. Like I say, you can use...
That pastry, it's just like, look, flaky, look at that. It's lush, look. It's light, it's flaky, but it's got a lovely, lovely crunch to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to eat that because this is going to be the last pastry I have for a while.
Yep.
It's beautiful. Mm. And I may as well finish it off in front of you. So the rest of that is going with Mand tomorrow.
Yes.
Even though college is gone. Mm.
We could probably have demolished that full pie between us tonight.
That is beautiful.
If
That
we
is
didn't.
really, really, really nice. So I'll give that one a go. Absolutely give it a go.
It was pretty easy as well, you know.
Mm-hmm. It's the pastry, isn't it? But look, I could have. You've egg washed that, obviously, haven't you?
Yeah.
Because it's got a lovely sheen. I can see it with the light off the kitchen light. So, right. As much as I want to eat some more, I am resisting the temptation. So, again, thank you everybody for watching. We really appreciate you guys, all that you do for us. All your shares, your likes, your subscriptions, all your lovely comments again. I know I always say at the end of the video, but we do really, really do appreciate it. And like I said the other day, we really enjoyed doing the live.
Yeah.
So we might have to start making that a bit of a regular thing. Let us know what you think. I know you're probably going to say, yeah, we'd love to see that, but...
Probably not every week, because we stopped doing... Yeah, we stopped doing weekend videos because we needed a rest.
Yeah, but a couple of hours on a night time isn't so bad, is it? But it probably won't be every week, but we'll start trying to do a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll leave that there, and we hope to see you guys very, very soon. And thanks for watching again.
Thank you so much.
So we'll see you soon.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.